Hello Galactic family. My dear masters. I give myself up to spirituality about 5 years ago. A little friend tells me that I have a gift, and that gift has never been worked. I would very much like to know if everything I have done to me in the spiritual part has done well to this gift, and if I am on the right path. If not, let me know, please. I have 2 grandchildren, and I wanted to know if they have any gift with them. Sometimes my intuition tells me that he has. She is younger and already speaks very well. He is almost 3 years old and still does not talk. We even think he may have some syndrome. I wish the masters would inform me. Thank you, masters. Namaste. Answer, beloved daughter. You are in the right way. The only thing you need to understand, dear, is that the only truth will always come from within your heart. Life presents many paths and parallel realities at various times, which you can manifest more intensely to one side or the other, but only you will know which way to go. The quest for the external response will never be the right one. The only right answer will be the one that will reveal itself to you through your connection with your higher self. During your walk, daughter, many ask what the purpose is, and the way forward. But know that others' view of your life will always be limited, for the only truth is recorded in your higher self, which can only be accessed by you. And therefore, that answer will come to you, yes, but in a way that can be applied in your life the moment it is revealed. Thus are all the truths that come to you are always revealed gradually, in the measure that they are becoming more and more the channel of communication with your higher self. The same situation will occur with the children. They will have their own walk. Just allow them to be free to manifest all the gifts and intuitions that arise, each in its own time, so that everything happens naturally. Encourage them to find out who they are, to discover the truth itself, and thus will have the confidence and balance to accomplish the true purpose. Be at peace, my sister. Rowena, desiring a relationship. Good morning, masters. Great, thank you for that opportunity. I would like to know why I do not have a love, a companion. I always dreamed of it. I tried, but I think I did everything wrong. Does someone still have me? Gratitude. I feel very close to you. Answer, my beloved daughter. We already said, look for something that would complete you. And that brings great yearning to you. But the real quest is for you, it is for itself. For whenever you enter into a relationship with expectations about what will be, and what you have planned, it will create disappointments, charges, because you have not yet discovered how good it is to be with yourself. But when you feel complete in yourself, you will meet people, but you will not charge, you will not expect anything, for you will know that everything you need is within you, and that the person who shares your days is just someone to share your days with. But that will never be the reason for your happiness. As long as you look for something external to complete you, it will continue to repeat the same cycles of always, of collections and expectations. But these feelings come from something that tries to show you that you will never be happy from the other. Happiness will always depart from within, and then you will find the outer resonance. And so it is. Ms. Rowena, problem at work. Good morning, beloved masters. Gratitude for the opportunity to communicate with you through these brothers. I have been working for a long time in a very large company, and I am almost retiring, but unfortunately, because of my carelessness, I ended up distracting myself and not paying attention to my service, which can cause damage to the company. I was desperate because after so many years I had never encountered such a situation. I've always been good at what I do. Such an event has led me to think that perhaps, Out of pride or accommodation, I have not given enough value to my work, which is a blessing in my life, masters. I am afraid of a punishment from my boss, who is much younger than me and visibly does not like me. How can I overcome the situation? Gratitude for the answer. Answer, beloved daughter. Simply trust that whatever happens in your life is always to guide you on the right path. You will always be involved in love and protection, if you remain in balance. You may find this truth within you, if you silence the mind for a moment and disconnect from the feeling of fear that you are involved with. Realize dearly, in meditating, that there is nothing to worry about, and that you are always being guided to your purpose during incarnation. The imbalance is just the valve that triggers more serious problems that may arise in your life. The fear that is fed by these situations, which appear in your life so that you learn to face it, is what must be overcome and left out. Learn to live in the trust of the masters, in the trust of the goodness, the sincerity, and the justice of life. Realize that this is just an exercise for you to learn a lesson from this school. And the lesson in this case, daughter, is only the overcoming of fear, the failure to feed it. That's why, my dear, be at peace, in the confidence that the experiences come only to teach us something. Mind the teaching and exercise within yourself this learning. And then you will realize how everything is part of something that was planned for you, so that you learn to overcome living in the illusion of fear. Transmute fear and find truth beyond the veil of the illusion of that experience. Stay in peace, dear, and in the confidence that all is well. I'm a master PT in no way in life. Beloved masters, I am a servant of the light, and I am aware of the importance of the anchoring of this light, in the cosmic moment that the planet Earth lives, and consequently we, humanity. However, I live some personal situations in recent times, which brings me many worries and discomfort. They hinder and restrict my life greatly and prevent a greater dedication to the divine cause. I have and love two older children from the first marriage, one with 39 years of age, with psychological problems, and another with 33 years of age, unemployed, both of whom are in my responsibility, who behave like two grown children. I live in one city and they in another, and I have to move weekly to watch them in everything. I am going to be 63 years old, and besides the great expense that all this generates, the discomfort, emotional exhaustion and fatigue, are great. Add to this, an unprecedented financial crisis that is alive. Suddenly I became involved in a nightmare with many accumulated debts, arrears, and all sorts of upsets and misfortunes that a situation of this nature causes. So I asked the dear elder brothers, how do I get rid of this situation of much discomfort and suffering? Despite my age, I am a man still in the mood for work, and I am open and prepared to face sacrifices, if necessary, to get out of this situation of much emotional discomfort and its consequences. I know that the Creator never forsaken us and there are many solutions, but I cannot see them, and for this I ask for your invaluable help. Answer, my beloved son. Greetings. I would like to tell you that the moment you experience is of great difficulty, because you are emotionally involved with all the obstacles that life has imposed on you. She became emotionally involved with the choices of her children as well as with her professional life. But these hard-fought confrontations have a common emotional root, which needs to transcend, which is the fear that has things that do not work as planned. For so many years, my brother, you saw yourself as the one who would be forced to solve and carry the weight of life on your shoulders, but no longer bear the burden you brought to you. The burden is heavy, my brother, because it was never yours. You brought her into your life, for fear that everything would get out of control. And that's exactly what happened. They fled from their plans. I do not say that you should feel guilty for this experience will be extremely enriching to your soul, which will understand that in life we should bring to our shoulders only our own burden, never of those who have decided in their own way. The financial difficulties were the fruits of this behavior, just as you feel responsible for the welfare of your children, when you have fulfilled your pact with them, and now they need to walk with their own means, with their difficulties. There will come a point that the path will become unbearable, my brother, and at that point you will simply understand this message. It asks you to release, and you release the reins of control of the situation and accept it as it is. On that day you will feel freedom, because you will no longer be attached to beliefs, nor will you feel responsible for everything and everyone. Be at peace, my brother. I am Sananda. How to use the violet flame. Good morning. Thank you. We know that everyone has chosen to come to this plane, including conditions, family, etc. A few years ago, the violet flame was released to us. My question is, using the violet flame, can I change my destiny? Can I transmute the condition in which I live for the better, or is it in my plan, if I have been assigned to live like this, even if I use the violet flame, would not my destiny change, because it was determined by me before my reincarnation? Answer, daughter. The violet flame was always present and available to everyone. What happens is that you are not yet sufficiently subtilized so that they could access it. They are already in cycles of repetition of incarnations long ago, always working for their own evolutions, so that they were then, in the moment of the now, able to access such energy. The answer is yes, son. Work with the violet flame transmutes all the density present in your material life, those observed as materialized aspects around you, and also those internal ones that create the outer vision in your life. By working on cleansing with the flame of transmutation, anchors truth in yourself, and with the unceasing work of inner improvement and encounter with your truth, you will realize that what you see as suffering today will no longer have the same meaning for you in the eyes of the others. Son, everything will remain as before, but for you will no longer see the suffering in your turn or inside you, because it transmuted all the aspects that prevented you from seeing the truth. Truth is always harmony, peace and light. And this truth is only shown to those who have decided to work their inferior aspects, to transmute them in light and love. The work of cleansing and transmutation is intense, son, and it must be something unceasing in your life. You can put out some pains that you thought you had already overcome, but that are only to be transmuted. It is a work of courage and strength for those who have decided to face themselves and no longer accept to live in the shadows of the illusion of matter. It is painful, but it is rewarding, for after crossing the valley of illusions created by the mind of each one of you, you can find paradise, the kingdom of God, both spoken by Jesus, to manifest there, where you live, and that only is hidden by the shadow of the lower aspects that will be transmuted. Follow with strength and faith, not afraid to look into yourself, and you will finally be able to work with the violet flame. I am Master Saint Germain to live in a distant country. Dear and beloved Ascended Masters, much appreciation for the opportunity for help and support that is offered by you. I have lived in another country for many years, and often do not feel at home. I am very grateful for everything, but I miss a personal and professional achievement, without having to take the time I dedicate to raising my children. I ask for a humble guidance of your light. Much gratitude and love. Answer, dear daughter. You have the gift of working with music, in the form of art. It is something that you can share with your children, who will accompany you on this journey. They will be learning some lessons, and will absorb many teachings, which they need for their own walks, and which have come to seek this incarnation. In music you will find the occupation you desire, and you can also be close to your children, with the heart of a mother filled with love. This satisfaction will bring comfort to your heart that you miss home in another country, because the real lack is due to what you have not yet sought within you. All this will be brought through the gift that came to play in this life, my beloved. The paths will be shown to you and opportunities will arise. Just remain attentive and focused on your balance to perceive and bring those opportunities to apply in your life. Be at peace, my sister. Lakshmi